Kyle writes in, how do you recommend finding a study technique that works? High school and college never forced me to refine my study techniques, but this exam is a whole other beast. I'm starting with FAR and using Ninja as well as Surgent. All right. The best CPA exam study strategy out there, in my opinion, and I'm incredibly biased, but it's the Ninja framework. And you don't have to use Ninja in order to use the Ninja framework. You can apply it with any course, but there's not really any great methodologies out there for studying. It's always the module 1 videos, module 1 questions, module 2 videos, module 2 questions, etc. And we wonder why the first time pass rate is 25%. And the average pass rate for any exam is about 50%. It's a combination of people's their study materials don't fit with them, or they're being lazy. A more likely scenario is they're not studying the right way, which is the what I call the Ninja framework. So what you do is you nail the concepts. And if you've watched any of my podcasts, you've heard me talk about this 1,001 times and you're sick of it, but I'm going to go over it again. So you nail the concepts. And so for FAR, well, it's really course or section agnostic, but you watch all of your video lectures or read through your entire book within 2 weeks, give or take. You don't do any multiple choice questions, because the reason for that, if you do multiple choice questions in week 1, what are you going to do? You're going to have to redo them in week 7, week 8. Why? Because you forgot them. So what was the point of even doing them in the first place? So nail the concepts with your lectures. Get through all of them in about 2 weeks. While you are doing that, take intense notes. And if you don't want to take notes, you can rewrite the Ninja notes later, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. But take intense notes. The reason for that is taking notes is a very helps you to engage in active learning, because watching accounting videos, extremely boring, breaking news. And what it does is it helps keep your brain engaged. And then number 2, if you're just highlighting, I know some courses recommend highlighting, like what does that mean to you? I mean, you're probably highlighting the entire page, and because everything seems important. So take notes. It keeps you actively engaged. It makes the time go by faster. And then it gives you something to rewrite later on, which we'll cover here in a moment. So we've nailed the concepts, intense notes, haven't done any questions yet. This is where we do the questions. Nonstop MCQ. And so the videos of the book, we've put those away. We're not going back. We've taken intense notes. Now this is where you fire up your test bank. And you hammer MCQ for 2 weeks or so, give or take, and take intense notes over what you miss or what you think you might miss later on because you guessed. And what I would do is I would take a legal pad, I'd draw a line down the middle and bullet points. And so whatever little fact nugget they're trying to ask you about, that they're testing you on, that's what you want to write down. And then, so in theory, you have this beautiful set of notes from your lectures and your MCQ, and then you get to the rewriting phase, which is just rewrite your notes. And most people will not rewrite their notes, and that's fine. But those who do will be very glad that they did, because what it does is, like, what you studied in week 1, week 2, week 3, it forces you to reprocess that through your mind, and the act of writing out the notes like helps map it to your brain. So that's the Ninja framework in a nutshell. If you want the Ninja Study framework, you can get it at another71.com/free, and you can get it there.